I was born ready. Thank you.
All right. So, our story is going to start with uh, a certain wary traveler that has just gotten off of the job of making sure a caravan got to Hamlet safely. Um, so, Rena, we'll start with you. I said it wrong, didn't I?
No, Rena.
Rena, okay, there. So, Rena, you are currently in the Wilted Rose Tavern. It is completely packed. There is tons of people in there, and you are at the only table, uh, relatively not completely filled in. Sitting by
I'm just like
yourself.
hunched. I'm kind of hunched over the table and kind of like trying to kind of mind my own business, but also like I just spent 8 years living in a forest. This is a lot of people.
Mhm.
I haven't shaved my legs in 8 years, but I smell better than almost every single one of
God, I wish that were me.
them.
God.
Okay, just one quick little thing. I am honestly so excited right now. So if you hear a lot of noises in the background, that's me just like being excited. So if you need me to mute while you're weaving your tail, just let me know.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Good, Wisp. I tend to laugh my ass off way too often, so like that's
Oh, big mood.
excited to hear.
You
I'm
probably
so
hear my
excited
chair
for
rolling
all of
around
you.
because I can't sit still.
Yeah, same. And I fiddle with stuff, and I'm technically writing my notes on a piece of paper on top of my keyboard, so expect some strange cursing involving that.
Okay, so Rena, while you're sitting here in this completely full tavern, you do see the owner of the establishment, a woman, probably late 20s human, walking about handing out people drinks. Um, and it's around this time when a familiar shape suddenly finds itself up on the table, and you see in front of you a relatively small ball of very soft fur with a golden shimmer in front of it.
Peepums, peepums.
Yep.
Don't go too far.
Your your peepums sets down a gold coin that you don't really know where it came from. Uh, Sets down a gold coin in front of you and crawls back up onto your shoulder or wherever he normally or she normally
Yeah,
resides.
I've got like a hood, so usually
Okay.
Peepums is in the hood.
So yeah, Peepums goes ahead, crawls back up in the hood. Um, Outside you can hear
Oh,
the very
I'm kind of like looking around a little, like, does anybody see this? If not, I'm sliding that coin towards me.
make a perception check. Let's have a first roll of the night.
could
Big money, but no whammies.
is there any chance that Mnemmy could describe what her character looks like?
We'll get to that.
Okay, all right, we're good then.
Whew. Yeah, you're very taken aback by how many people are in this
It's
tavern.
just sensory overload.
Yeah, this is one of the first towns that you visited, and it's very unlike Basilius, which you passed through. Um, this town you've
Which I was used to doing trade in Basilius.
Yeah, but this town is much more kind of human based. It has a very strong human and gnome halfling, most farm community town. However, you do notice that there is a incredibly heavy military presence here. You've seen multiple people walking around with different bright banners upon them. Um, and they are all doing stuff. Um, it's around this time, though, that the door opens and the door to the tavern opens, and with a few crashes of thunder, um, two interesting looking figures step into the tavern.
And they have thunder with them?
Yep.
Well, they opened the door. They opened the door, and some thunder happened.
It was
You-
impeccable timing.
You see a very large woman, pretty beefy with some heavy armor on, and
I take a moment to appreciate that.
and a smaller seeming companion at her side, who seems to, oddly enough, look a little bit like you. However, has a little bit more of a foresty look on her outfit.
I take a
Foresty
moment to
vibes.
appreciate that too.
Both of
Nice
these
to be appreciated.
figures seem to not quite be limping, but definitely heavily bruised. There's several patches of makeshift bandages around them, and they seem in pretty rough shape. And so, what would everyone like to do?
Well, can I take the time to post our characters in the chat that I drew?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Interesting.
Yeah, so one of them is just a sketch for right now because I haven't finished her yet. Shoot. Okay, well here is Aubrey's character. She's just a sketch.
Heck yes!
And that's very cool.
Golf claps. Golf claps.
Beautiful.
Okay, one second. My other one has some layer effects on it that are actually like a huge mess. So give me 1 second to resave it.
Do you guys want me to repost my character that I drew?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know
Sure,
what she looks
sure.
like?
So we can see what. Well, I don't know if we've seen you yet. You've seen us, but it's fine.
Okay, yeah, sorry for like how bad that looks right here because I just quickly edited the layering, but that's my character.
Okay, but your paladin's pretty bad. So, you know.
Yeah. Swole.
she beefy.
Yeah, we're kind of like pretty close to each other. I think like arm around each other's shoulders kind of thing, just helping each other walk a little bit. Because, I don't know, we are in pretty bad shape.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say. But I think the first thing that I want to do is go up to the barkeeper and ask, was it a woman? You
Yeah.
said woman?
Is a lady.
Ask her if she knows where like the Night Riders headquarters are.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
I have this written. It's just I'm bad. Okay. Sorry.
If you want to wait for a little bit before that happens, that was just like my main objective right now.
Yeah. So
But we can chill for a
I
second.
feel like we should
I-
maybe sit down first because
Yeah.
we've been through a lot. Let's
Mm.
have a little calm down time, I think.
It's a
so
little.
at this time we will switch perspectives over to Astrid and Anku, who both of you, after finding the captain of the Night Riders, which took some asking around when you got to Hamlet.
Okay, so we've already done that. Okay.
Yeah, so you encountered a taller half-elf woman named Siren Ackerwald, the sister to Cyrus, and you informed her. And upon seeing the state that both of you were in, she quickly just said, "All right, it's okay. Just go rest. You guys look terrible."
But she's gonna go help our bud.
Yeah, and so she took off with a small brigade. You did get a glimpse of lightning with her, but it seems
Yes.
that the rest of her riders were actually just horsemen, and they were headed off in the direction that Cyrus was.
Okay. So
so-
I guess I would propose to Anku that we find a place to rest for a little bit and then either catch up with the Night Riders in town or go back to where we found him, kind of thing, in the morning, because we are in very bad shape.
hmm
We had a hard time. So yeah, I guess that would bring us to now.
Okay.
Okay.
So now that we're all caught up,
Mhm.
Rena is sitting down alone at
Rena.
Rena, sorry. The only
Just
empty
it's a
table.
soft name. It's a soft name. No harsh vowels. No harsh letters.
Okay. Sitting down at one of the only empty tables. And you two have just walked in.
Well, I feel like Anku would want to sit down for sure. So, I mean, she would look and see which tables are mostly empty and then go and plop down next to Rena. Well, probably like on the corner furthest from her so that she wouldn't disturb her space, but
'Kay.
I feel like that's what she would do.
Well, with your entrance, Rena is kind of like looking at you, just kind of like, the fuck?
Normally Astrid would have misgivings, but she's too tired to care right now, so she's just gonna follow Anke's suit.
Oh boy, so we're all sitting at the table now, right?
Rena, you are now accompanied by two beat up and kind of strange looking women.
That's the goal, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, but we're hot though, so it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
This is what
Alright.
Rena looks like.
Okay, so Astrid's just gonna like take one of the chairs. Is it like a booth style,
Yeah,
or is it like
it's a booth.
Okay.
Far end of the
She's-
tavern.
she's just gonna like lean back against the booth chair and not say anything, just close her eyes for a little bit.
In complete silence, Rena, you are joined by two women. And one of them now seems to be going to sleep.
Is this like you guys' spot or something? I'm new in town, so I don't know if there's like something here I should be aware of.
Started to seating.
Aubrey, do you want to respond, or are you kind of dead?
I think she sort of cracks her eyes open a little bit, looks over, and then just closes them again. She's not gonna say anything.
Okay, this is actually our first time here. I'm sorry, I hope you don't mind us sitting next to you.
No, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't causing you guys trouble.
Oh, no, not at all.
A long
I'm
silence.
I'm just gonna, like, are there menus? Can I order a drink?
Alright. You kind of wave down the woman walking about. You see she's in simple clothes and has longer brown hair. She walks over to you guys holding several plates of food already and several drinks, and she looks pretty busy, but she stops and, hello, how may I help you?
Hi, sorry to interrupt you. I know you're kind of busy, but I was just wanting to get a drink for me and my companion here.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna kind of smack Astrid a little bit, like, gently. You want anything?
You two look terrible. She sets down 3 drinks and then just walks away.
Oh boy,
Okay.
thank you.
All right.
Rena like cautiously extends one hand to take the third drink. Gently pulls it towards her, like looking at the others, like, "Are you gonna stop me?"
Oh, go for it. I can't drink too.
Yeah,
So
I
what's
guess.
the
Oh,
name?
yeah. I'll grab a drink and start drinking.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna ask Rena what her name is because Anku doesn't know that. So, let me swallow this piece of sandwich first, though.
It's just we're playing into the world. You've got like a plate of bread or something.
Yeah.
Practical role play.
We're at Ye Old Olive Garden, so there's just like a pile of breadsticks in the middle.
Oh, yes, I forgot. And she hands like several bread rolls that are very long and thin, very narrow, lightly
Baguettes.
dusted in some type of strange seasoning. It looks white.
Ooh, bread.
Yes. Here, complimentary on the house. And then
Thank
walks
you
away
so
again.
much.
Thanks.
Because you look
Oh my
like
gosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one of
Love
those and
bread.
start eating.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bread too.
I've taken 2 breadsticks. One I start nibbling at, and the other one I kind of put in a pocket.
Okay, I'm gonna like sort of wave my breadstick at Rena and be like, Hey, so, what's your name?
Just
Renna.
gesturing with it.
Well,
I'm Renna. So,
it's nice
hi.
to meet you, Renna. I'm Anku, and this is my friend Astrid, and I'm gonna gesture at her with the bread as well.
I just kind of like give her a small nod. I'm not saying anything right now.
So what brings you around here?
I lived further north of here and been checking around for work. Came here with a caravan. Hit some monster trouble on the way here. Not sure if I should head back or continue forward. Just kind of biding my time.
Where in the north? Astrid's like she was kind of slouched over a little bit, just kind of munching. But as soon as you mention the north, she kind of sits up.
Close to Basilius, but more on the edge of the Nelron Forest.
She doesn't respond to that, but she's just kind of almost giving you a side eye, but not saying anything.
All right. Around this time, a more meaty human walks up to the table. You see this very thick walrus mustache over his lips. Greetings, lasses. Welcome to my tavern. Can I help you today? Wait. Have I already helped you? He looks down, sees all the drinks and the bread.
No. But there was a very busy woman who understood that we all kind of needed a drink.
Busy. And he kind of looks around. I've been working here alone. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh,
You
we're all
got
going to die.
It
you
was
got
the
these
bread-
drinks from me? Those are my cups. Have you paid?
No, but she
Uh,
said that the breadsticks were free.
I don't. Those are mine. What?
Medicine
You
check.
have a
Can I make a
mystery.
medicine check on the food that we just received?
Yeah, go ahead.
See if it's shady at all.
Don't say we're dying.
Nope.
have no
I'm
idea.
100% sure it's poisoned.
You look down
Can I-
at the
can-
food and you give the ale a couple sniffs. It doesn't smell very clean.
Can I make a medicine check as well? Because now I'm just kind of like, eh.
Are you proficient in it?
No.
Uh,
I'm
mean,
not
I'll
Go
try
ahead,
to
make
just-
one.
Yeah, I guess I just said medicine because it's like would be like a substance, I guess.
Okay,
Otherwise, like
Rina, you kind of start pulling apart some of the pieces of bread. You sniff the ale, give it another couple tastes. You don't really detect anything wrong with it.
I look for like dregs in the bottom of the cup, and I'm like, okay, well, you have a helpful anonymous woman running around with your merchandise.
Anku, make a perception check.
Okay, I will make a perception check. Give me 1 second.
do it. I
Um,
know you can do it.
please, I don't roll well, cause these are real dice. So.
Yes,
Hey.
17.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
I saw this too, and I was like, oh no. I was like, yes.
Anku, while all of this is going on, you actually just kind of look past the barkeeper for a second, and you do
Give me
see
1 second.
that.
I need you to make spaghetti sauce.
Spaghetti. That's my
That was-
father.
that was the barkeep.
I won't be back until 6.
All right. We'll see if I have time.
Hi, Dad.
What's going on, Dad?
Never mind then.
Are you heading out? See you later.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
That-
Sorry about that.
That was the barkeep. Okay.
What did Allie say? I missed that.
I said hi, Dad.
Okay. Well, no. What did you see with your perception?
Yeah. What did I see?
So, Anku, you looked past the barkeep, and when you did, you actually did see the woman that handed you guys the food and drink. And you see her now, she's kind of pulled up a cloak, and you catch her right as she's taking a glass of ale from seems to be a pretty drunk half orc, who doesn't really notice. She kind of takes it and then walks away to another table and sets it down in front of someone. She kind of
Oh, I
starts
love
looking
that.
around,
Can we
Fine.
tip her, please?
finds someone else's food, and just takes that. Seems like she's just walking around messing with people.
I want to give her a tip, a generous tip.
Well, the barkeep is still in front of us.
I know. I'm waiting. I'm not gonna say anything about her to him. He doesn't need to know.
The kind of cloaked woman just kind of looks over and sees you looking and just kind of winks, and then just kind of goes back doing her thing.
Very good. So I'm thinking we pay for these with this guy, right? And then if the waitress, quote unquote, comes back over to our table, we can give her a tip for being absolutely funny.
That sounds okay to me.
Rin is more suspicious, so I don't think she would tip the waitress because right now she hasn't seen this person messing with people.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the barkeep is just kind of standing there, and he's starting to look around and see how busy the place is, and oh, all right. I don't know how you got the food. Just let me know if you need anything else, and you'll pay for that. For now, just take it. I'm too busy. And he just turns away and starts walking.
Thank you.
What do you think that was about?
That
I'm
was
just gonna
weird.
shrug.
You're not gonna say anything about the strange woman?
That's for me to know and you to find out, okay?
Okay. That was out of character. I wasn't like accusing her. You think it's safe to eat?
I mean, you only live once, you know. Might as well just eat and get it over with.
I'm kind of invested in, continuing living.
Yeah, I potentially could live, for a very long time, and I don't really feel like ending that now by eating some suspicious food.
I'm gonna take a bite out of my bread. I'm
I mean,
hungry.
the food seems to be fine. It's just we don't know why we were given this or by who.
All right, Red, take a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. Poison.
Okay, you
Nice.
you take a
Terrible.
bite of the bread, you chew, and nothing happens.
Like, see,
Messing with us at this point.
What? No.
right. You're not messing with us. Wink, wink.
All right. It's around this time once again. The door to the tavern opens, and with another sudden crash of thunder, you see
Do all doors in this town do that?
it's actually like hooked up to like a thunder rune. Yeah, it's just a thing.
It's like the fantasy equivalent of like the doom doom.
Yeah,
Whenever you go into the supermarket.
just opens door slightly.
I used to work in a pet shop, and we had like a door buzzer. So like people would walk by, it'd break this little light beam, and that'd let us know when people were walking into the shop in case the only employee was in the back room. And then it started going on the fritz, so it'd just
Oh man.
go off at random, and we could not figure out how to uninstall it because it was installed by the security company.
Oh boy.
So it'd just all day.
I would kill a man.
Current.
I was about to. Yeah.
All right. So
Who's at the door though?
so this cloaked individual is pretty covered in rain, and walks in. You don't really make out a good any features behind the hood, which is currently drawn over. But it seems to just kind of look around the room, not really see anything, and you kind of see the cloak look back towards your table and slowly but cautiously walk forward.
Oh boy.
Somebody, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's somebody headed towards this booth. Rena
Yeah,
says,
I
just
saw.
very quietly.
The cloaked individual gets over to your table, and he's wearing this very, very dark, probably at one point brown cloak, but through a lot of wear and tear, has several holes in it. It is drenched in water currently, and he reaches up and pulls down the hood, and you see this very long, shaggy black hair.
It's Sirius Black!
Just ruined that beautiful word picture.
I was thinking more of a Longstrider, whatever his name was from Lord of the Rings. But,
Aragorn, yes.
Aragorn?
yeah, his nickname though, when they first
Strider.
met. Yeah, Strider.
Strider, yeah.
There. But yeah, so he pulls down the hood, and you can see now, not ugly, but not very standoutish face underneath. And he's just kind of standing there looking at you guys. At this point, he speaks. Hello. I'm sorry to ask this, but I see you are the only guildless in here. I was wondering if you'll be able to help me.
Guildless?
Guildless.
Make a perception check, Rena. Rena.
Rena.
Rena.
Rena.
Hey, you know everything.
All
Well,
right.
just about.
If I rolled too higher, I'd develop anxiety.
So you look about the tavern, and you see now, everyone in the tavern seems to be quite built, muscular. There's all types in here, and most of them actually are wearing armor. But you start to notice there's these small bands around most everyone's arms. Some of them are white and black and have small symbols on them. But you look
And then
now.
there's like one dork in the corner who's got the band tied around his forehead, and he's also taken charcoal and drawn whiskers on his face.
Yeah, lol.
Yeah, it's a gnome. Yeah, he's been in there for a while. But yes, so you look down now, and you realize that you and your companions do not have these bands. And Simon is still standing there, just dripping water all over the floor. You see the barkeep just kind of look over and just sigh and look away.
What do you need
I
help
don't know
with?
you need, but if you present us with the issue, maybe?
I'm willing to offer 20 gold pieces for each goblin ear you bring back to me. There's back along the higher road from here to Piddleston, there's been reports of caravans going missing. It seems that there's a goblin blockade, and I have family traveling through there soon. I would greatly appreciate your help.
Why do you need guildless people to help you?
Well, you lot seem like you're pretty capable, and honestly, I don't have the most gold. But I have enough to pay you, I promise.
That doesn't really answer my question.
Well,
I think it's because if it's somebody from a guild, they'll ask for more than 20 gold.
yes.
All right. Okay. I'm not going to say anything after that.
All right. Now this is time for a whisper. So I'll be right back. Red.
Oh my gosh.
As this Simon guy approached you, you get a very familiar feeling suddenly. You kind of sense a presence once again as Malakara just kind of almost shimmers behind Simon, and you see this very wispy trail of smoke suddenly lead directly towards you. And Malakara, you see now, standing much taller than this relatively normal-sized human. She's just kind of walking around him and looking, and she just kind of leans in and then vanishes. And the smoke trail, which at that point had gotten to a very condensed shadow, suddenly starts to slowly disperse and go away.
So is he a target? Do I need to murder this man?
There is currently no smoke trail. And
Oh
There we go.
boy.
um and so there we go. So yes, he has offered a plea and is asking for you guys' help.
I
boy.
turn to the others. Well, I'm not inclined to speak for other people, but I wouldn't necessarily turn down the job myself. Though I don't think it's something I can do all by my lonesome.
I'll go with you. I'll go. Whatever you need done, I'll do it. Just I'll go.
Insight check on Anku. Can I do that?
Sure. You've traveled with her for a day now. You kind of.
That's
You
just-
know
that's-
me. We
That
vibe.
sounded like really focused is the thing. Only a 10.
Yes, Anku is a very focused person. And you kind of get that. You feel a little
Okay,
bit
well-
flushed in the face as you look over at her and are just like, yep, she's super focused.
Well, I don't know. She just sounded serious all of a sudden. So I'm gonna say, oh, I'll accompany you, Anku, if that's what you want to do. But just remember, we have other business in town that we have to get to.
It'll be okay. We'll get everything done that we need to get done, but we need to go. Okay, let's go take out these goblins. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna
Right
sit at
now?
the table.
Right now?
Are you good to go? I mean, the both of you kind of look rough.
It's currently about 9 p.m. It's dark, and the storm that was chasing you, Anku, and Astrid has caught up and is hitting pretty hard right now.
Okay, so let me say out of character, this is one of Anku's kind of character traits, is like once, she has an idea of what needs to be done, she can't stop thinking about it until it gets done. Like, she has a very one-track mind, so obviously her first thought would to be, yes, let's do it, let's go. But
Anku, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't think I can make it tonight. I'm tapped out. I'm exhausted
Well,
in every
how's about
sense of the word.
we can get a room? Tavern probably has a room for let, and we head out bright and early. If we turn in now, we can be out probably around sunrise.
Are you suggesting a slumber party?
Yes.
Simon now speaks up. It sounds like you've accepted. I don't mean to rush, but you can sleep tonight and everything. It's just I have family that are supposed to be here soon. Please.
we'll head out first thing in
Are-
the morning.
We'll head out at dawn. It's just,
Yes, the
your
perfect.
family going to be traveling at night?
Well, along the
That,
high
that
road.
seems excessively dangerous.
Well, it's very dangerous times, my friend. They're trying to hurry as quick as possible.
We'll
Where are
head
they
out
coming
first
from?
thing in the morning then, yeah.
Okay,
I
thank
feel
you.
like Anku would be
When-
convinced.
When it's done, come back and you'll be able to find me here. And
What name should we ask for?
Simon. My name is
Okay.
Simon.
Okay, cool.
He
Let's go
reaches
get him.
into one of the cloak folds and pulls out the small patch of a pretty artistic sun, and he sets it down on the table. If you can't find me right away, just let anyone know. I'm pretty well known around here, so hand this to whoever.
Okay.
You'll know. But he'll bring it to me.
Okay.
Okay. Rena takes the pouch and squirrels it away in a pocket.
With that, Simon just kind of nods and starts walking out of the tavern.
Okay, well, let's go get some rest.
Mhm.
I'll arrange for a room. Do you mind sharing, or do you guys need separates?
I'm good to share. It doesn't bother me.
I don't care.
Okay.
We've known each other for 5 minutes.
Slumber party.
This is how it worked with you and me, though, too. Like, my character approached you, and now it's like, we're best buds. We've known each other for a day, but I would die for her.
I'll kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
robot.
I'm going to find the barkeeper, the real one, and arrange for a room for us to bunk in.
Okay, well, while she's gone, I'm going to sort of whisper to Anku, like, are you sure this is a good idea?
It's too soon to tell, but I have a feeling that we need to help this man.
All right, I trust your judgment at this point. It would be hypocritical of me not to. So, I'll have your back for whatever you want to do.
Thank you.
All right. So with that, the barkeep comes back over upon being called. He does have a very, very small room available. It's pretty cramped in there and was probably like some kid's room at one point. But you all managed to fit in and bring your possessions with you.
What's the cost for the room?
It was only 10 silver.
So
and-
1 gold. I'll use that nice gold that my headphones found for
yeah,
me.
yeah. Cool.
1 gold for a broom closet, basically.
Yeah, essentially.
There's 3 people.
Oh, man.
Yeah, for 3
Oh,
people.
wait, we don't. We don't.
The guilds were kind of taking all the main rooms.
Okay.
But yeah,
So
so
it's supply and demand.
so you all managed to sleep through the night.
I'm on the floor, like in a
Red,
corner.
Red, you are kind of awoken at some points of the night, feeling this presence in the room.
It's
But
big.
not nothing more than that. But yeah, so all 3 of you awaken once again, and it is
Long
now a
rest.
bright, shiny new day. Your
I got the
bruises,
spells.
your bruises have now faded into a lot more darker color, but it's you're getting better.
Don't we have one more friend to meet, too? Are you
Uh,
getting there?
who knows?
There.
She's just here to watch. It's fine.
I'm just here to spectate.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's-
To cheer us on from the sidelines.
That's why I'm a bard.
So,
Rena gets ready for travel. She's rather efficient with tying up all of her gear and making sure that it's something that she'll be able to take with her that won't interfere with any movement or fighting or anything. And she also makes sure that like her hair is properly tied back, so it's not going to be in the way of seeing.
Okay.
And she gives some leftover breadstick to people.
Nice.
So, as like a full elf, not a half elf, I only need 4 hours of sleep. So I guess, I mean, I'll probably stick around in the room, but like I'm awake before everybody else.
Mhm.
They're just sitting there watching us.
Well, in that case, halfway through the night, you see like Rena roll over in her sleep, and then like out of her hood, this little mouse comes out and like stretches and curls up to sleep on her neck.
Aw.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely won't say anything, but she did see that. Yeah, that's cool.
And it's like super soft and fluffy mouse.
Nice.
Okay, so all three of you set off on your journey.
Hmm. I don't have anything to pack up.
Okay.
So.
Mortimus, don't worry, it's finally your time.
Yeah!
So,
It's always gotta be my time.
so Mortimus, after several days of travel, which seem to have passed in an instant, just you're trying to keep moving forward, feeling that serious pain that is now with you, and that sudden heaviness of your newfound knowledge. And last night you did arrive outside the outskirts of a town. You looked in, you saw the multiple banners about and lots of activity, and just kind of picked a tree to lay up against. And you don't know how long you've been watching, but it is now daytime, and in your almost daze, you're just kind of sitting there, and you realize now uh, you can see lots of foot traffic along the road, but you do see now, in this bright and early morning, 3 travelers headed your direction. You're slightly off the road, but can make yourself visible if you wish. You are wrapped up in a super soaked cloak right now with anything that you found in the previous villages that you have ventured to, and are pretty covered, but could use some extra stuff.
All right, Mortimus, looking like a lanky wet puppy.
That sounded like the first line of a haiku, and I'm so excited to hear the rest.
Okay, who are the 3 travelers who I think they are? The rest of my party?
You don't know. Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. And looks like they're going back the way I came, right?
Yes.
Mortimus approaches them.
All right. You 3 travelers are suddenly approached by a very wet dog-looking individual. Not actual dog, but a wet dog. And yeah,
Tallest wet dog you've ever seen. But
You-
yes.
you are all currently on the high road right now, which is some rocks, but mostly very packed dirt. About 10-foot wide road that is used by people wanting to go fast, essentially.
All
Oh
right.
boy.
So, just to clarify, are you an actual dog? Because I'm still very.
Actual dog. I was making a joke.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just making sure.
We should not land the way I planned it. All right. But okay, so Mortimus approaches the 3 travelers and gives a little awkward wave. Hello, gentle beings. Are you actually planning to travel back this way? Because there might be a problem with that. I felt I should let you know. There's a large band of goblins and an orc.
Oh,
I-
we're actually headed that way to deal with that.
Yeah. that's the plan
Just
anyway.
interrupted her. That's very nice of you guys.
Sorry, but like
Pauses and so
I appreciate we appreciate the warning though. That's very kind of you.
well, all right. I see you don't have guild bands. Do you deal with this sort of thing often?
Nope.
It's a bit of a new thing for me.
I'd rather not talk about that right now. If we're being
I mean, I've
honest.
been attacked by wyverns. Excellent punctuation by somebody's Discord.
Whose was that?
I keep thinking it's mine and then it's not mine. Because I hear the sound of like somebody's messaging me and I need to mute that. And then it's like,
I'm kind of an old lady and I don't know technology, so that very well could have been me, but I don't know.
Are you using like a laptop where your speakers can feed back into your microphone?
I have like a headset plugged into my my laptop, but yeah. I don't know. I don't know all of these technology things.
It's fine.
All right.
So anyway, more. What do you currently look like?
Mortimus is a fairly tall half-elf, lanky, as previously described, soaking wet because it has been raining and he has slept in a tree. Dark-skinned and fairly handsome.
oh
With-
boy.
Are you okay? You look kind of rough.
Yeah, so quick thing, I've been using my shield as kind of an umbrella this whole time, but I'm just gonna like slowly like lean it up over his head to like shield him from the rain a little bit, even though he's already soaked, so it doesn't matter, but
That is perfect, and also the next point of whispers. So, all right, you
oh
two.
boy.
Upon touching, suddenly the rain around you seems to go quiet. Red, you once again feel a very familiar presence as you feel suddenly something behind you, standing around 7 to 8 feet tall. Very familiar presence. And you see the smoke trail suddenly appear before you and just kind of go forward and wrap around Mortimus's neck. Mortimus, you look behind this strange, heavily armored paladin and see this incredibly large, seemingly woman with long dreadlocks that have bones and gold weaved into them, and these bright green eyes that are just staring directly at you, seemingly quite angry. Anku, as you're looking at Mortimus, you suddenly see strange shifts in his form, and then suddenly the shadow line wrapped around his neck shatters as a new figure steps out from behind him. This is roughly a figure around the same size as Malakara. You see now this. You can't really tell if it's a man or woman, but this strange, almost creature with half of its face a mask, seemingly pulled into a almost grotesque happy face, and the other side also a mask in a similar but complete opposite sad face. This creature is wearing this very long cloak made out of patches of various materials. It is at this time that the two figures start talking to each other. In almost ringing voices, Malakara starts, Lycanis, out of everything you could have awoken, you chose a affront to me. And now the masked figure in the robe steps forward, seemingly almost aggressively, but cautious. My dear Mala, it is so good to see you. And yeah, they seemingly acknowledge each other and then once again vanish, pulling you back into time
Oh
in which
boy.
the heavy rain suddenly fills your ears again, and you are both just kind of standing there in shocked silence. And that's where we'll rejoin everyone. Okay, so yeah.
Oh.
Hell, the hell was that? There was a large, beautiful, really gaudy woman, and she was standing.
I'm just gonna like pull my shield away from your head and pull it back over my head. I'm just gonna sit here very almost like aggressive. And I'm gonna have my well, I obviously am already holding my sword, but I'm just gonna grip it a little bit tighter.
So wait, for the two of us who weren't part of the cool secret club,
So you
what
just
just happened?
witnessed suddenly Anku's and Mort's faces go blank as they just kind of stood there looking at each other and then suddenly just resume.
Oh, hang on, Grim, I actually have a question. I'll just DM it to you.
I guess I share a look with Rinna. Rinna, that's your character's
Yeah.
name, right?
Yep.
Um,
And Rena kind of looks back at Astrid and is just like, is this magic or did they sleep together and have just realized it?
I wouldn't know.
Mort will never sleep with anyone because
Well, we don't know that.
Well, wait, say that one more time.
Mortimus is asexual, and I love him.
Yes. Sorry.
No, good.
I'm ace too, so that's
Hey,
really happy.
Mort, roll a perception check real quick.
I will definitely roll to percept. Okay.
I think seeing the change in Anku's body language, I'm gonna just like draw up alongside her and like put my hand on my knife, kind of thing.
And
I've got
actually,
my bow in my hand.
Astrid and Rina, if you want, you can also make perception checks.
All right, something I'm kind of good at. Let's do it. I've rolled like 3 sevens so far.
Okay.
The natural 20 I rolled cursed me.
You're doomed.
So, Astrid and Rina, wait, who's that? Mort and Rina. Sorry, still learning everyone's names.
That's cool.
You both look over at Anku, and see this slowly fading green, or yeah, green glow from her eyes with small wisps of white light pulling off of it. Astrid,
I look back at
you
back
were kind of
at
busy
Astrid.
looking at other stuff.
I make eye contact with Astrid again, and I mouth, "It's magic."
I just give her a look and like kind of like do the little head shake kind of thing, like what?
Mortimus just kind of looks the armored woman up and down, and considering what just happened, like, oh, you must be okay. Are you a paladin? Was that a god vision? I don't do those normally. So if that's rude to ask, just tell me. But was that your goddess?
I'm just gonna sit with like kind of this, like this sort of angry look on my face because I'm sort of like protective of her in a sense, but I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just gonna sit and hold my stance and wait to see what happens.
All right, one angry armored woman. That's first one for the day. Also, I feel like we've all shared an experience at this point. Hello, I'm Mortimus, sings to trees, family name, can't do much about that. And you lovely people are?
Rina.
Hello, Rina.
Awkward wave. Doesn't lower her bow, though.
I'm looking to Anku and then back to the stranger. Astrid. I'm Astrid.
Hello, Astrid. Good to meet you. And Mortimus gives you all a broad, sunny smile.
I don't know what he's doing with his face. What is that?
Smile.
Is that a threat?
No. It's a, it's just one of those things people do. It's supposed to be, like, friendly looking. Some people are better at it than others.
Mortimus probably heard that, and his smile's gone a little stiff at that, but he's determined to be polite, despite the weird.
What brings you to this part of the world? Why are you soaking wet?
Well, when you sleep in the rain, you get a little soaking wet. It happens.
True.
But I was on my way to Hamlet to, well, find what became of my sister before she died.
Ooh.
Oversharing much?
I mean, it's a bit of a buzzkill, but it is what it is.
Well, if we're oversharing, then hi, I'm Rina. I used to live in the woods for 8 years. I'm trying to reintegrate myself into something approximating society.
Oh, excellent. Best of luck to you with that. I'm sure you're doing very well. So,
Yeah, you go first, sorry.
No. You go ahead. You go ahead.
If that's all that you needed from us, we probably should get going. Astrid cannot read this situation.
Unless you want to help kill some goblins. You seemed rather preoccupied with their existence when you approached us.
I'm gonna snarl a little bit at that, but I'm not gonna say anything still.
Well,
I
yes,
definitely heard
that.
that.
That was a noise, yeah.
They weren't on the road. Mort says, eyeing the paladin a little nervously. If you want my help, I will be glad to give you my aid. Unless your friend does not wish me along, then of course I can...
Give me a sec. And Rina squats down next to Aku and is like, I don't know what just happened. You seem to have had some kind of thing. Does that mean this guy is bad and we should stay away from him? Or does that mean that, like, I don't know.
Whatever, if he wants to join, then let him join and let's be on our way.
Thank you.
Astrid's never seen Anku like this. It's a little scary. Well, if that's what you want, you may join us. What was it again?
Mortimus. You can call me Mort.
Mort. Okay. If you don't mind, I just would like a word with my associate here, and I sort of grab Anku's arm, and we kind of just like walk ahead a little ways.
Of course. Mort calls after you, like a complete dummy.
A word in private, please.
Okay. I'll wait right here.
I'm looking right at Mort.
Mort just backs away like 10 feet. Or 20.
It's okay, 20. You can stand about 5 feet away from me.
Within stabbing distance. I'm gonna lean over to Anku and is something wrong? What's going on?
I don't know if it's something I can share at this current time. Just be wary of that one.
That's fair. I respect your privacy. It may be advantageous to bring someone like him along, though. Last encounter didn't really go in our favor, if you remember. So, I don't know, maybe we could use some help. I want us to be safe.
Oh boy. If you would give me just a moment, I need to sort some things out in my head for just give me some time to think, please. And at this point I will make a religion check to see if Malakara has anything to say on this.
Okay.
So wait, do you walk up like
wait.
10 feet ahead?
Oh, yes.
Your goddess has a lot to say.
Is it a whisper?
You walk like
time
a few
again?
feet away, and then this beam
I
of
know.
light shoots out of you.
I just
Towards
start to
the
pray,
heavens,
and
the
then
crater starts to
Malakara
form.
comes down and she's just like, fuck that guy specific.
Seems like a helpful dork, but do not trust.
All right, Red, you do pull away from everyone and just kind of
So we're
stand.
just like 10 feet all apart, like staggered all the way back down the road.
Essentially, yeah. But yeah, so you stand apart from everyone. You call out to Malakara, and
Oh boy. Thanks for letting me know I could actually do a religion check. I didn't even think of that.
yeah, I had forgotten. All right, so as you're standing there, just kind of hands to your chest, just focusing, you open your eyes, and appearing before you, in all of her glory, is Malakara. And she's standing in front of you, but she is looking over at Mort, just essentially staring daggers at him.
Can I ask her who is he?
Yeah. Malakara looks back to you. It is an affront to everything I stand for. What is with him? I hate, but it is on our side. Lycanis is like me. Well, not exactly like me. Lycanis is a trickster, and, in my opinion, a fool. But if Lycanis has chosen this Mortimus, then they truly are on our side, as much as I dislike it. And with that, she turns, and you see smoke start rising from her, and once again she vanishes.
Oh boy.
Nice.
All right.
Okay. All right. So I've had some time with my big lady, my deity.
You're a big lady.
I love her. Okay, she's my mom. Let her be.
Your sugar
Um,
mama.
Not a sugar, but she's
Divine sugar mama.
my mom. I love her. Okay, so I'll go ahead and reapproach Astrid.
Thanks, Grim.
No problem.
You've done very well. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting.
She's my big lady. My mom. Hang on, I have to edit a note now. So just my mom. There we go. Look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna approach Astrid at this point. Mom? I'm gonna approach Astrid and tell her we can trust him for now. But don't let your guard down.
It doesn't have to be for long. It's okay. We can just figure this out. Play it by ear. That's what I've been doing for a little while now.
Alright, well let's be on our way then. We don't have all the time in the world.
Adventures to
Okay.
be had, goblins to slay.
Yeah, I guess so. The group reconvenes
Okay. So once
along
again,
line down the road.
so this band of four forms, and you guys start making your way. Um, you start walking for several hours, and around this time, it's roughly noon. Um, and as you're walking, you kind of start realizing this is a road meant for a lot of travel. However, the further that you get, you really haven't seen anyone for quite some time. Um,
Shit, guys think the goblins got him?
How large the encampment was, it's probably likely, honestly.
What can you tell us about it?
Well, they were building skeletons there, presumably for the skeleton armies that are roaming about these days. They are not very bright because they are goblins, and the orc seem to be in charge of them. I give their number as maybe 10 to 15 goblin?
Hmm.
Maybe. I didn't get a good look at all of them because I was trying to avoid them.
All right. Can I? I don't want to roll anything. I've been rolling so bad. I do kind of want to, as we're going along, roll. Well, I don't know. My passive perception might be better to just go with that. But I kind of want to just keep an eye on things, like see if I see any sort of suspicious activity or anything like that.
go ahead and make a perception check.
I got this, guys.
We believe in you.
You shouldn't.
Can I help, please?
Yeah, if you want to assist.
So does that mean okay, never mind. I have +5, guys, but I can't roll anything.
I have a +4.
Your advantage is nope.
Astrid, as you're walking along the road, you do see several very muddy prints. The heavy rain is still happening right now. There is some decent amount of sunshine, but there is still dark clouds up in the sky. And so you go over to this kind of larger set of tracks, and as you're standing there, you can't really make it out. And then from behind you, Rina appears and spends some time looking at it. And you seem to see that there are several smaller footprints here. Some cart tracks, several hoofed prints, but other than that, not much. But the smallest set of prints do seem to be the freshest.
All right, I'll lean over to Rina. Yeah, Rina.
Yep.
And just be like, what do you think made these? Think that could be them?
Do they look gobblish?
Make
Gobblish.
make a survival check.
Can I
Or sorry, no. What am I saying? Investigation check. Sorry. That was
can
weird.
I help to give advantage? Like
Yes.
take the help action? Yeah.
Get advantage on this roll, Rena.
Okay.
Oh wow. So when
Well,
you
we are level 1, so.
Yes, true.
Level 1. Level
Level
1.
1!
It is on the level.
you you kneel down and spend some time looking at the tracks. You are unfamiliar with humanoid things, being that you've mostly tracked beasts and such in your days. But you do think that this is anything from gnome footprints, halfling, maybe goblin, and then while you're just kind of sifting through the tracks, you do see a very small, broken arrowhead.
Go and I examine the area around the arrowhead just to see if there's like debris or anything like that, or if it seems to be coated or in anything.
Another investigation, please.
Can I help again, or?
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's good.
There we go. So I don't poke myself in the eye.
Yeah, that was a close one. So, as you pick up this arrowhead and are investigating it, you do see this very, very small piece of cloth just kind of flutter away. Seems to be something. But yeah, that's really all that you can pick out.
So
Well,
while we're off
judging-
doing this, the
Judging
bard
by the
and the paladin
signs.
sitting over there.
Consider
Well,
the
you're-
awkward, stifled silence between us as she glares distrustfully at me, and I attempt to smile, like, hopefully in her direction.
We've got Team Nature and Team Angry Friends.
Team nature and team animosity.
Mort, keep in mind that several hours have passed. So, you've been doing all your stuff. So, yes, so you have found the arrowhead and everything, but all that stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pocket the arrowhead, and I'm gonna say, judging by the size of the footprints, does point towards goblin. Though, since these guys wear shoes, it could also be like halflings or something.
Wear shoes.
I just nod. Jeez.
Sorry, that's
Okay.
Sorry, what was the question? I got a little bit confused there.
I think we're good. Never mind. Or are we good?
Well, we continue following the tracks, I would assume, carefully and with as little noise as possible.
Mhm.
The tracks were just alongside the road there. They didn't lead anywhere else. Okay.
So we have a random spot on the side of the road of footprints.
So, would
Why
I
did
remember
we stop here?
where the goblin encampment was? So I could just lead us all to it?
It was about a day's journey from where you were. From Hamlet.
I relay that to the party.
All right. Well, by all means, lead on.
If the goblin encampment is a day's journey from there, what are the footprints and this arrowhead doing here?
I mean, they're goblins. They're not really known for tactics.
That sounds like what someone would say if they're destined to get overrun by goblins.
I'm a
Don't
bard.
underestimate anything.
I'm a bard, not a tactician. I entertain people for a living. I don't plan battles.
Well, I'm curious. Do I see what instrument Mort has?
Make a perception check.
This entire time he's been pulling a gong behind him.
Watch her roll a nat
Anything.
20 now. When it's something that's just like really basic.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Mort,
No, it isn't.
Mort, you can describe what she sees.
You see a case of what looks like it might contain like either a viola or a violin. Very well taken care of. And out of good, sturdy black leather. That's all you see.
So glad I rolled so high to learn that you have a box with an instrument in it somewhere.
Yay!
I'm not leaving a string instrument in the rain. What kind of bard?
That sounds like Val Aubrey. She's like, this is my banjo, Jesse. I dropped him in the swamp once or twice, but he's okay.
She has a charisma of 20 and a heart of gold. The best character. Anyway, so
It's so good. I'll have to show you guys here sometime.
should we continue on the path then? Now with Mort leading us?
Let's roll if everyone's okie dokie with that.
No complaints from me.
What are we rolling for? What did I miss?
Let's mosey.
Yeah, let's roll as in like the idiom.
Gotcha. Okay.
Rolling
So
out.
I was just-
We
I was
saunter
zoned out
away.
for a second, and then I heard you say, let's roll. I was like, wait. What are we rolling for?
What? They're attacking?
And this competent team of wonderful adventurers.
Was I dissociating for longer than I thought? Has it been 10 minutes?
All right.
The world's greatest heroes. Continue on down the road.
All right.
So,
Lanky bastard party.
several hours pass as you once again continue walking. I need everyone to roll perception checks.
Ooh, boy.
I love a good perception check, don't you?
What? Yes! Team Nature, we're on it.
Astrid and Rina instantly develop paranoia. They are out to get us!
Like
These blades of
Darkest
grass!
Dungeon style. Like we get like the words come up just paranoid. Like that's us now.
All right. As you keep walking, it is getting roughly late afternoonish, and the sun is starting to go down a little bit. You start looking around in the nearby forest and start to realize that pieces of small, dry wood, you stop and realize that doesn't make any sense. Why would it be dry? And you look again and realize that roughly 20 feet in front of you guys, there's multiple pieces of what seem to be shattered bone. Not scattered everywhere, but you can see up along some trees in small patches, but it's definitely enough to be noticeable.
I point this out to Anku specifically.
Anku nods because she also saw this.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Everybody saw it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was sorry, I should have said it was a group thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That seems suspicious.
Skeleton army, maybe? I know one was passing through. Well, it's because I came across the destruction laid in his wake. But, you know. All right.
So the bones are kind of 20 feet up ahead of us? That's what you said?
Yes, you see some laying against trees. It seems to be rather longer bones, maybe arm bones, but most of them seem very broken. Like
Okay,
there's
so
very
no-
clear shatters in them.
No, like full intact skeletons, though.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay. And it's just the bones up there, like nothing else?
Yeah, it seems to be pretty ground up bone. I hear myself.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
More
boy, I hear myself too.
investigates it further? See if it, like, leads to anything?
Go, Mort.
Okay.
You can do it.
What was this again?
I mean, I assume, like, investigation?
No, I was just checking.
Oh, okay.
The echo is coming.
Yeah.
Is it me?
I
You're the one who isn't.
Okay, let's see what the... Okay, yes, it is still men.
Damn. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, that's weird that just suddenly started. Make an investigation check.
All right. That's a 5. I don't know anything. I'm a baby. I've never seen anything in my life.
Oh my
Never
God.
seen a
Oh my
bone.
God.
You're just horrified, like the stuff that's inside all this.
You've come to the conclusion that somehow a skeleton exploded.
He just kind of like pokes at the bones, tries to look very official, like he knows what he's doing. Goes, well, I don't see anything here. Nope, no clue. Actually,
Yeah.
does he
So,
even?
Yep, they're bones, all right.
so more as you're
What?
kind of.
What?
Oh, that's getting confusing.
Yeah.
Amanda, can you leave and then rejoin?
Shit, sorry, y'all.
That
Okay.
might fix it.
You're fine. Hello.
Discord's crazy.
No more echoes for me.
Well,
Oh boy.
Yay.
she's rejoining right now.
Hopefully it works out.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I was just
There we
confirming.
go. See? Ta-da! Discord.
Yay!
Turn it off and turn it on again. The
Exactly.
number one tech solution.
It needs a break.
So, more. As you were sifting through these bones, you just kind of pick some up, and a bunch of bone dust just kind of fell away into the ground, sifting through. But yep, that was it.
Also, I'd like to surreptitiously collect some of that bone dust for me.
That was the investigation roll.
Investigation roll. Never mind.
Yeah.
Wait, why would I want bone dust? Why am I like this? Okay.
Yeah, big mood.
Okay.
It's the sky. I like to call that the Skyrim instinct.
Oh yeah.
I
We
must-
just pick up everything.
I was joking with Allie, and
What if I
the
need this?
pouches on Astrid's belt are full of mud and frogs. So like, no judgment here.
Well, all right. I don't know anything about this. Does any one of you know anything about this?
Beats me, man.
Investigation.
take a look.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah. Do you want to roll investigation?
Yeah, I'll assist. I'll assist somebody to do an investigation unless I have a higher modifier. I've got a +1
I
to
only
it.
I only have a +1.
Okay, so
I can-
I'll assist and give you advantage. If
Yeah.
that's the thing we can do.
Damn.
Oh my
Dang!
gosh. The double
17.
17. That's not something you see every day.
Okay, so as you're sifting through the bones, you kind of begin to realize this seems to be almost a dump. Like, as if faulty bones were placed here, seemingly on purpose.
Hmm.
Okay, but where did they go?
All right. Can we tell where they came from?
Seems to be, further west, which
Into the
is,
woods.
further down the road.
Okay.
Alright, well let's continue down the road.
All right. Let's visit.
All right. This time, just about an hour or so passes, and you all stop.
I would like to say that I'm moving as quietly as I can.
Make a stealth check, please. Oh,
Wow.
Nice.
I
Unbelievable.
backflip and vanish from sight.
essentially, you just kind of start going off the road a little bit, and the rest of the party just kind of looks over at you, and then just kind of pauses and looks around because you seem to have vanished. But yes, the rest of the party has pushed forward along with you, Rina. And so you all come across what seems to be a turned over wagon, and at about this time, the rain is still coming down, but it is roughly 7 or late 6 o'clock, it's getting dark. But you have now come across this turned over wagon.
So wait, it is still raining though?
Yes.
Mort's first instinct is to rush to the wagon and make sure like no one's like trapped or wounded underneath it.
Okay.
To like see if everything's okie dokie.
So Mort, you rush forward.
Yes.
Can I use my wood elf ability? I have played a wood elf for like almost a year and never have used this one before, Mask of the Wild.
Can you click it to see what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
does?
yeah. Let me see. Can I? Well, wait. Oh, there's the button.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
wow.
just want to like. I technically. So like I can stay where I'm at, but I can essentially just sort of vanish into the rain.
Okay, roll.
You kind of turn sideways and we can't see you anymore.
Yeah, roll a stealth check because it says you can attempt.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay. The rest of you just kind of see Astrid stand completely still, and yeah, for all intents and purposes, she does get a little bit harder to see suddenly. It's very strange because she is in the open road, but you see
Yeah.
with trees to the back of her, her armor just kind of almost seems to blend in a little bit, and with that almost unnatural stillness, she does seem to be slightly hidden. But yes, so Mort, you rush forward. What would you like to do? You're at the wagon now.
Okay. I checked the. You said the wagon was overturned, right?
Yes. It is overturned and you are looking at the bottom of the wagon. So the wheels are towards you, and whatever was in it is away.
Okay. I checked below to make sure. Well, to see if there's like any bodies stuck beneath it or horse. There's no horses or anything hanging around.
Yeah. So you get there, and as you're just kind of looking around, you do not see any immediate signs of people trapped underneath. But you look at where a horse would be harnessed, and there's nothing there.
Skeletonized carcass with trails of piranha leading away.
Well, that's creepy. And speaks of goblins.
Sorry?
Probably. Well, that just says goblins to me. Or bandits. 50-50. Is there
Goblin
anything
bandits.
else with the cart, or has it been picked clean?
Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Okay. You turn around and start investigating what would be the various compartments that would hold stuff in the wagon. Doesn't seem to be anything in there. As you're just kind of walking around investigating, you do see definite signs of a scuffle. The tracks that lead forward until you get to the wagon, the wheels are very, very deep, as if they was being pulled quite quickly, and there is a very large impact mark of where the wagon actually was flipped over. And while you're looking at all this, you do see what is now somewhat faint, but a pretty thick trail of blood leading off into the forest.
Oh boy. Y'all, I think I found something.
I just sort of like appear at his shoulder. I'm like, what did you find?
Well, obviously this didn't happen naturally. He gestures at the cart and then points at the blood trail. I think whatever happened went that way. And it might be the goblins you're looking for.
Good eye. should we pursue this? I say, looking almost specifically at Anku. Because also I don't know where Rina is.
Rina appears out of thin air next to you. It seems like a solid lead.
Don't do that.
That's very impressive.
Well, let's see
Astrid
where
looks
it
a little
goes.
rattled.
Just keep your guard up. We don't want to get jumped out in the woods.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm glad you're good at what you do. It's very reassuring. Don't sneak up on me specifically. Other people, yes. Not me. But, alright, do you all want to follow this, or should we just continue on? It seems like a good lead, at least.
If somebody's hurt, maybe.
What direction is the goblin hideout from here?
More you think back, and you're roughly in the area. You don't remember exactly where it was, but it does seem to be where the goblins last were.
I think we're in about the right area for goblin attacks to be a thing, at least.
So if we follow this, there's a good chance we might find a goblin.
Quite
Possibly
likely.
several goblins.
Likely more than one, yes.
A cute little pack of goblins, yes.
I vote we follow it.
One really fat goblin that ate all the other goblins.
Because, I mean, they did... The trail does lead from the wreckage, so, I mean, there's a chance that... I mean, however small a chance, there's a chance that somebody is there that has been taken by the goblins. I don't know, maybe we have a chance to save somebody, but... I mean, if not, then... Well,
Or at the very least, find
Fine.
proof of who it was that went missing and be able to get word to their
Yeah.
family.
yeah.
Because the whole not knowing thing typically sucks.
Yeah. We should follow it.
Okay.
Right. Excellent. Then let's go. They're not going to get any less whatever they currently are. Stand back.
Well, unless
Sorry.
the goblins have a sudden change of heart. Which I don't, just speaking from my own experience, I don't think I'm lucky enough for that to happen.
I'm just over here eating jelly beans, I'm sorry.
I'm so jealous.
These are
You
like,
jelly of her beans?
I'm just imagining your character with like a pouch of jelly beans that they munch on. Just
Is she just crunching behind us? We're trying to like go stealth through the woods and she's just crunching.
oh crap.
and there's someone eating a fucking Dorito during a tense part of a horror movie.
I just
Specifically.
realized I didn't change any of my prepared spells over the long rest, so I guess I'm sticking with the ones I've got.
You can change them because why not?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I should have thought about it.
We haven't
earlier.
initiated any kind of combat, and you haven't used any spells, so might as well switch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just swap one.
Yeah, you're good.
Well, no, actually, I'm gonna stick with what I got. For better or for worse.
You got them good berries?
Yeah, you know I've got those good berries. That's what reminded me.
Delicious.
It's like her munching on good berries in the background.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Okay, so I guess
While they're all
maybe-
standing around talking, Rinna takes another piece of breadstick out of a pocket inside of her tabard and just like tucks it inside her hood.
For all
Which-
her little mouth.
It's all hidden by my hair, so you guys
Just
for
put
the
it
most
right
part
in your
don't see
hair.
the mouse. You guys don't see the mouse, but there's a mouse back there that she's
What if
feeding.
she's secretly
does it
like
casually.
Medusa and the hair is just like eating in the back and the hood?
Actually, roll a sleight of hand.
We all immediately noted.
You do.
So,
You cursed me.
so
Sorry,
as you
I'm
reach
so
back,
sorry.
as you reach back to hand the little piece, bread off to Peepums, you suddenly just kind of yelp in surprise as Peepums misjudged what was bread and what was hand and accidentally just bit you.
Ouch.
Thanks, you little bitch.
But you pull your hand back suddenly, and everyone, if they so choose, is now looking at you, but have not seen Peepums.
Well, I saw Peepums. Peepums. Sorry, that's such a great name.
Such a cute
Um,
name.
I saw her. Right? It was Girl
Yeah.
Mouse. I saw her last night, so I know she's there.
Hmm
So it's
Otherwise,
like
that was
two
just a
people
really-
being very casual about this, and two people are like, "Did you just hurt yourself sticking bread in your hair?"
Or just
Your hair's very sharp.
We're just gonna look over and be like, what? But not like do anything about it.
So either you have a pet mouse, or that hotel was really filthy, and there was just mice crawling over you, and I did nothing.
All right,
Well,
so
let's go.
little-
Let's
Yeah, let's go, adventurers.
Okay. So
amazing.
so it's this time now when the sun has finally fallen. The brightness of Saral is
Oh,
decent.
so it's winter?
No, Saral is the green moon.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah,
Never mind. Yeah, that's Icarel, right? Or is that the red moon?
Icarel is the white one.
Okay, yes.
But yeah.
Cool.
So it is the summer months of Saral, and this rainstorm is not uncommon. But yes, so it is about 9 or so, getting pretty late. It's getting pretty dark. But you all are along the road,